Morning, starting with Rani Bangala there. That's Rani Bangala right there. Early out for Rani Bangala in the dark. Coming up. That's M sample there. Shine like the sky. Very early here. There is Mojito. There goes Mojito out there. Rani Bangala finishing up. Paul Francis there and Supernatural Power. There is Major Danger and Everton Miller. It's Major Danger and Everton Miller there. There is Mahogany going home. Here is Mojito on the finish. This one here is Mojito. Here is Major Danger on the finish. Everton Miller finishing up with Major Danger. Here is M sample. This is Balled Bad Bay with Mikado Car. Look at him, it's a good one though for trainer Anthony Baba Nunes. The Bimbo is not scared though. Yes, M sample, it looks to be unspun, yes. It's the big looping unspun. M sample upward. Here is the Balled Anthony Baba Nunes Bias there with Mikado Car on the finish. Yes, that one is active. There is a nice galloper here coming up. Ron Coley on that chestnut there. There is Main Mistress with Omar Walker. That's Main Mistress right there. With Omar Walker. 15 wide, Main Mistress. Here is Yorkis with Trevor Johnson, Masapang. This is Yorkis. And coming up on the fence here is Ride All Day with Ian Spence. There is Ride All Day with Ian Spence. Right here is Yorkis. Sapang there with Yorkis. Trevor Johnson. There is Natural Dancer there with Richie Shakes. Passing by Natural Dancer and Richie Shakes. Fun Can down there with Robert Aladdin going down. In the front there is Fun Can. Nice gallop here coming up. Not sure who that is.
Why?
There's the chestnut here for Trina Dalton Sergio, exercise rider cabbage. There is Legacy Isles. This one is Legacy Isles. Here is Fun Can Done, Robert Aladdin. This one is Fun Can Done. On the fence there. Here is California Crown with Eric Orton on there. There is Unspun going home after a nice work. And there is Donovan Thompson. I think his name is Tilla Ride. Tilla Ride. Here is Fearless Force. Nice and steady. Fun Can Done, Robert Aladdin. On the finish is Fun Can Done. There is the chestnut for Dalton Sergio, exercise rider cabbage. There is Legacy Isles. This one is Legacy Isles. Richard Robertson. Here is a galloper. Yes, that one look for one of Gear Sobriety youngsters there with Con Ellis. Here is Leviticus setting up. Shane Richardson and Leviticus. Yes, looking good. That's Leviticus on the card for Sunday. Mark My Identity there with Dane Dawkins going down. It's Mark My Identity. Dane Dawkins going. Here is Joe Como. Finishing up this one. It's Joe Como, Charlton Riley. Here is My Identity. Setting off this one here. It's My Identity. I Dream Again here with Japanese Pattison. This one is I Dream Again. This groom has to take I Dream Again right out and set her off. Same action like Mamma Mia, they kicks up and they gallop off. So that's Japanese Pattison and I Dream Again there. Going off there. Here is Leviticus. Yes, KK. That's Leviticus there. Shane Richardson and Leviticus. Fun Can Done going home. Groom aboard there. Coming up. My Identity. Dane Dawkins. Here is H2O, Robert Aladdin. H2O, Robert Aladdin. Here is I Dream Again, finishing up with Neil Patterson. That is I Dream Again. Coming up. Yes, this one is running like a scared there. Yeah, for Robert French. Eric Orton is on that one. Here is H2O, finishing up with Robert Aladdin. That's H2O, Robert Aladdin on the finish. Here is Pretty Sassy going down. It's Pretty Sassy there. Shine Garden. Pretty Sassy. Here is Pretty Sassy setting off. Shine Garden. Pretty Sassy. Shine Garden there. There is Linguist with Dick Cardenas. This one is Linguist and Dick Cardenas. Linguist finishing up. That's Linguist. Incredible Joe going down. That's Incredible Joe. Radish Roman going down in purple. Here is Pretty Sassy finishing up. This one is Pretty Sassy finishing up. That is Pretty Sassy. Here is Incredible Joe and Radish Roman. Salute the Dan passing by there with Kenyatta Davis, the chestnut in the middle. Incredible Joe with Radish Roman there in the white hat. That is Interesting Times Ahead with Robert Aladdin. That one is Interesting Times Ahead with Robert Aladdin. Here is Prince Roy with Clive Lynch. That's Prince Roy with Clive Lynch. Here is Midnight Runner with Shane Richardson. This is Midnight Runner with Shane Richardson. Nice looking Midnight Runner. Salute the Dan here. Kenyatta Davis finishing up with Salute the Dan. Here is Come Home to Me. Yes, this one is Come Home to Me right here. This is Come Home to Me. There is God's Plan with Con Ellis. And here is Mineola with Clive Lynch. This is Mineola with Clive Lynch. That's Mineola with Clive Lynch. Here is Cosmic with Taji Suku. This one is Cosmic with Taji Suku. Here is Water Spong. This one is Water Spong with M Sample. Interesting Times Ahead there, finishing up. Robert Aladdin, that's Interesting Times Ahead with Robert Aladdin. Crown Chaser on the inside, that's Crown Chaser. And She Who Has No Name on the outside. Crown Chaser inside, She Who Has No Name on the outside. Here is Incredible Joe finishing up. That's Incredible Joe finishing up. And here is the importee there for Jason DaCosta. These two will match up. And behind is That a Fact on the fence. That is That a Fact with Eric Horton on the fence there. Those two importee, Incredible Joe, and the importee for Jason DaCosta. Look out for them shortly. There is Final Load, and here is a gallop. Passard, Bay, and Peely, Dark Bay on the outside. Here is God's Plan on the finish with Con Ellis. That's God's Plan. Here is Amazing Force with Kerry Robinson. On the reverse, it's Amazing Force. Amazing Force there. Here is Divine Force, also working on the reverse with Ian Spence. Divine Force going down there. This one is Divine Force. Here is Midnight Runner.
Sensation, Secret Sensation.
And there is Secret Sensation for trainer Carl Anderson on the fence. They're going around. Secret Sensation there. Midnight Runner. There is our little apprentice going up. That's our little apprentice. And here is that big foreigner there. There is he. And Water Spong is behind, finishing up. And Alchemy of Souls with Abigail Abel. Here is King's Crown. Family Feud. Here is Family Feud right there.
B-side.
That is Family Feud. Here is Gervano. Yes. Omar Walker and Gervano. Yes. That's your my sweetie. Yes, Pretty Michelle, guys. Coming up. Look at Pretty Michelle. Shelly Rice. F. Williams Gray with Ron Coley. Yes. Carl Anderson. Bay. Marlon Brown. Flimmy. Dark Bay with Flimmy. Yes, Jockey Flimmy. It's a jockey, guys. Gervano, guys. Omar Walker. Look at those loping strides. Here is the Real Identity. Now trained by Anthony. Baba Nunes, Romaine Garden, and not F. Williams in the red there. So F. Williams normally trained the Real Identity. Now trained by Anthony Baba Nunes. Change stable. There he is.
This is Provident.
Right here in the blue is Provident with A.J. Allen. Dick Cardenas behind.
And Damien B.
Damien, one front, one back bias there. Philly for trainer Anthony Baba Nunes. He has a colt also. So this is Dick Cardenas. Nice little filly there. Anthony Baba Nunes. Tiger Immediate on the fence there in the orange cap. Going around the corner. That's Tiger Immediate in front just now. Right here is Jordan Rain. This one here is Jordan Rain. Here is King's Crown with Richie Shakes. There goes King's Crown and Richie Shakes. Gary Griffiths, little good light bias there. Yes. There is Amazing Force with Kerry Robinson. This one is Amazing Force. And there is Gary Crawford Bay. Marlon Brown Bay finishing up. And here is Gervano on the finish. This one finishing up here is Gervano with Omar Walker finishing up. Here is Killer Times. This one is Killer Times. Right there is Killer Times. And here is A.J. Allen with Provident finishing up. Provident, A.J. Allen. Here is Miss Brayton with Andrew Wright. Miss Brayton with Andrew Wright. That's Miss Brayton. Macho J. Williams, Race Bay. And here is Burning Edge. Ja Anderson there. Burning Edge. Ryan Darby. 2 Chestnut and Bay. The Chestnut on the inside, young horses. Here is the real identity with Romaine Garden. Yes, that's Romaine Garden on the real identity. And here is Rihanna, the exercise rider Rihanna for Al Brown, and that chestnut there. That's female exercise Rihanna. We call her Princess, Pretty Princess. Here is Brenda Boy in blinkers with Robert Aladdin. Brenda Boy. Right here is March and Shoot with Everton Miller. This one is March and Shoot. Setting off here is King Pie, exercise rider, Diamond aboard King Pie, that's exercise rider, Diamond aboard King Pie. Setting off here is Brenda Boy, Robert Aladdin, that's Brenda Boy with Robert Aladdin. Setting off right there is Brenda Boy. Here is American Aviator. This one is American Aviator with Dane Dawkins. American Aviator, Dane Dawkins. Joy Ains, Anthony Baba Nunes, Cougar Bay Philly with Joy Ains. Bay Philly for Anthony Baba Nunes, Cougar Bay Philip, Joy Ains. Jevanil Pattison, Fremantle, trainer Fremantle playing Bears here. Jevanil Pattison aboard this one. Right here is Super Alex with Calvin Bailey. Super Alex with Calvin Bailey. Miss Brayton on the fence in red there. Passing. March and Shoot with Everton Miller to the back of Miss Brayton there. Here is Provident. Provident finishing up. This one here is Provident. AJ Allen. And Provident there. That's Provident. Moving really well is Provident. Here is Rihanna. Finishing up with this chestnut here for trainer Al Brown. Blaze Face chestnut there with the exerciser Rihanna. She's doing well. Here is Come Home to Me finishing up with Clive Lynch. This one is Come Home to Me with Clive Lynch. Here is Brenda Boy. Brenda Boy here finishing up. And the Brahma Bull with Radish Roman behind. And King Pie on the fence there in the orange is King Pie. In the middle of the track now is King Pie, Brahma Bull on the outside. In the red and black there is Miss Marbella. And coming into view is Joy Ains with Cougar Bears there, Anthony Baba Nunes. St. Cecilia Baby right there with the exercise rider. And this number one chestnut there is Nuclear Jet. Who that upon him? Looks right here is Fidelity in the purple cap with Shaim Garden. This is Fidelity. Here is American Aviator with Dane Dawkins. This is American Aviator, Dane Dawkins. And we will be tapping out with American Aviator this morning. Okay. Have a great day now.